Hello lovely learners, welcome back to my channel. It's been quite a minute since I've seen y'all. First I was taking a break because I did a video every day for 25 days. Check that out if you're into Christmas music in January. And then I started school this semester and it has been absolutely insane. I'm completely overwhelmed and I have not had time to film. So that being said, today is a snow day because the sidewalks are too icy to walk on. And because of that, I'm just going to film a bunch of videos today, and I'm too lazy to change my outfit and my hair, so if you care, that's why the outfit's the same for the next couple weeks, because I'm just going to film a couple videos while I've got a second. That being said, today's video is about being organized with your schoolwork and your daily life when everything is going crazy, because that's what I'm experiencing right now, and I really last week spent time developing a system that I think works for me. Obviously, different things are going to work for different people, but I'm just sharing what works for me. So let's get into it. The first thing is, I have an iPhone, so I use the calendar app that comes with the Apple, stuff. And in there, I put when my classes are, where they are, travel time, and any appointments I have for that day. So I'm going to put a screenshot up or a screen recording, something like that here, for y'all to see kind of what that looks like. I am attached to my family calendar, so I can see what appointments my family has at home, but I turn that off because y'all don't need to know that because I only really pay attention to what I'm doing, obviously. I put theater stuff in there too as well, but I have them color coded differently, like classes are purple, theater stuff is brown, personal appointments are blue, things like that. So that's the first step, knowing when things are happening. So that's class-wise. And personal stuff is in there as well, although I also do write personal stuff. I don't know how well you can see it. Let me see. Okay, you can't see it really great, but next to me I have a whiteboard, dry erase calendar next to me that's a month view. I don't know that you can read this, but I put MLK Day on here, and then the next day I put that I was going out that night. So I have birthdays on here. I think this is off screen, but there's a birthday over here. This was my first day of classes, stuff like that, to kind of just know general basic social things or things going on in the world that day. I write it here. There's not a lot of room and it's hard to write with dry erase, so that's why I use that for this way. In high school I had this and I used it to write assignments, but I have way too much going on now, so that's the more basic view. But that's up on my wall and I can see that day to day. So going back to what we were just talking about, you know when class happens, you go to class, and then you get homework. Now, this is a little bit trickier. First things first, most professors have a schedule of major assignments and homework on their syllabus. I can't share any of my syllabi for privacy reasons and because some professors copyright them, and so I don't want to deal with that, but just trust me that not all of them, but a lot of them will have most of the work for the semester, or at least for the next couple weeks, outlined in their syllabus. So what I did was I went through all my syllabi, I wrote down all the assignments, when they're due, and I used a planner. So this is my planner. Let me make sure you can see it. Let's see. All right. So I have this little sewing planner because I'm a seamstress. It has a bunch of cool stuff, but that's irrelevant. What is important is what's inside of it. So the first thing is every month has a month view. Let me gotta make sure y'all can see what's going on. And I've written on days that things are due, what class has homework due that day, and what kind of homework it is on here. Just in general, so that I can look back at that without having to go through my computer and find everything again. And then I have my week view. So I have not been great about writing what day is what, but I know that this is for this week. I should really fill it in with, the 17th, 18th, 19th, whatever, but I know what's going on. Theoretically, I would do that. This one has it set up so that it is Monday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then a notes section. So you can see, hopefully, hang on. Okay. You can see I've written, it's mostly author names and readings or an abbreviation for a class, and the homework that was due for that. And I write it on the day that it is due, and then I know that I need to get that done before then, and then you could see I've checked off the homework that I've done. Like today is Wednesday, so I got all of today's homework done. I also have an audition that I need to film, so I put the due date for that on Friday. And so that's kind of keeping me organized with the schoolwork component of it, just making sure that I know when this planner is only for homework. I only write homework and like things with due dates, homework, auditions, things like that. That's all in here. None of my theater stuff is in here. None of my personal appointments are in here. This is just homework. I do recognize this planner was a gift. I do recognize that buying a bunch of planners or things like that can cost money. You can do this in an online version too. You could use Excel. There are different planner apps. You could use Word and just list a schedule. You can do anything you want. This, I don't remember if I said at the beginning, I just tend to write specific things down because my classes are in my calendar, but I have my schedule memorized by now, right? But this kind of stuff that changes every week, I just like to be able to write it down and check it off. It just helps my mental process. So we've got that. Then we've got errands and, again, any personal appointments that are not recurring. My parents for my 18th birthday got me this really funny adulting notepad. I'm going to take a picture and put it next to me because I don't want to hold it while I explain everything that's on here. But you put the date and then you have your tasks. There's a funny checklist, it says did you shower, take your vitamins, not set anything on fire, because it's an adulting to-do list. So it's funny. But there's also errands you need to do, appointments you have, people to contact, things like that. And you'll see that on this day, if you can read my handwriting, I need to film my audition, my YouTube videos. I was supposed to go to Michael's to buy some stuff for a project, but I don't think that's going to happen because it's real icy out. If I had time, I was going to clean my room, which I do, so I'll do that later. I had class on here, and I have to call my orthodontist. So, stuff like that. And this kind of helps me with day-to-day miscellaneous things that aren't recurring, things like that. I am thinking of getting a bullet journal so that I can, list out all of my appointments for every day, but that would be in addition to this stuff. I'm going crazy with the organization, my friends. And then just a couple other things that I've been doing to keep my life organized. I have an 8 a.m. class this semester, so I have to get up at 7 a.m. to get ready and then walk across campus, which is fine, but it is the winter, so every night I'm laying out the outfit I'm going to wear the next day, my jewelry that I'm going to wear the next day. I make sure all my winter gear is in place and ready to be put on. And I make sure that the textbooks that I need for the next day are in my backpack. If I need a different kind of mask, if I need to put my lunch container in there, anything like that. I make sure that it's all ready the night before. I am also taking something that I learned during the pandemic, which has really served me well since 2020, has been to what I did before the pandemic was I'd be this task takes me 20 minutes, but I only have 35 minutes before I have to leave to go somewhere else. Guess I'll just watch TV. That's not time to do that task. It is time. If it takes 20 minutes and you have 35, do it. Or at least start it, even if you can't get it all the way done. Because if I have 30 minutes between classes, I'm reading and doing homework. Now, what I'll say is I am protecting meal times. When I am eating, that is time for eating, not time for homework unless absolutely necessary. That is protected time because there's so much unhealthy stuff in our world around food. I just want food to be, to fuel my body kind of thing, Or even, if you're having a dessert, just be able to enjoy it. That only takes me about 20 to 30 minutes, and then I can move on to something else that I need to do. So making sure you're utilizing your time is really going to be a big thing. Like I said, if every time I had a gap in my day, I was just that's not really enough time to get anything done, I would not still be on track. I would have late assignments at this point. Because I went out and did something last night, but I made sure to get my homework done earlier in the day, so I didn't have to worry then when I came back at 10 o'clock at night that I still had to do homework and get up early the next day. So I think that's everything that I've been doing. I take notes on my iPad, so I made sure to make folders and organize that prior to classes starting, or as I go, making sure it's organized, that kind of thing. But that can be done with a notebook as well. So yeah, I think that's kind of what I've been doing. Hopefully this was helpful or at least interesting, and I'll see y'all next week. Bye!